Howdy everyone. I hope this works. My this sort of a field setup. Welcome to Inside Russia. My name is Konstantin and I am streaming live from the very heart of the very south of Russia. And I see that my head is off. Hang on. Hope this helps a little bit. There you go. It's a little better. Welcome, friends. Welcome. I haven't streamed for a couple days because I have been away from home. Last couple weeks have been really crazily busy. At first, I had an well an industry event for my company that I had prepared very hard, and the fate of the company depended on that event. I don't really know. I can't have the results at this point. We will see in about a month. And then right after, I decided to take about a week off and go on vacation. Nothing unusual. It's what we usually do in July and or August because this is a very cultural thing for Russians. That's actually what we do. We go on vacations. It's very common thing for Europeans as well. In case you didn't know, entire France goes on vacation starting July 15th to August 15th. I have quite a few stories how I couldn't get my equipment when I was in charge of receiving equipment from Europe, electrotechnical equipment. Forget it. Month, second week of July and first week of first half of August, really tough to get anything done in France, in Spain, in Italy. People just go on vacation and take time off. In Russia is kind of the same way. Lots of Russians love going on vacations, and this is late July and soon early August, so we decided to take some time off. It was a really hard decision for me. It's really not the best time to go on vacation and just have fun. And I had thought so much about whether can I take time off and can I try to enjoy it, or this is just not the right year, and not the right time. At the end, I've decided to go for two reasons, and I will tell you the reasons at the end of the message. My message is going to be about what I have seen so far on this vacation. And after, I'll tell you my my family story, my personal story, so to speak. Now, let me tell you how vacationing in Russia works. No tea, by the way. Water is really good. Unfortunately, no tea. Russians love going to the seaside. Russia is a huge country, the biggest country in the world, but it does not enjoy many good beaches. Before 2014, Russia had very few warm sea beaches, but I would say 60 miles or so, perhaps a little longer than that. From the very south of the Sea of Azov coast, along the Black Sea, all the way to Abkhazia. Abkhazia is a part of Georgia, the breakaway Republic of Georgia. Okay. So, very few. If you look at the map, it's unbelievable. Russia has plenty of everything. gas, oil, metals, forest, you name it. But it has very, very little amount of beaches that people can actually go and, have fun at. After 2014, Crimea was added to Russia. I'm not going to discuss whether it was a rightful decision or not, or so forth. It's just de jure, Crimea right now is a part of Russia. It's run as a part of Russia. It has Russian administration. It has a Russian army stationed. It's protected. Inside Russia, it's considered as 100% Russia. And Russians started going to the beaches of Crimea. Crimea is a fantastic place. My father was born in Crimea. I used to come here. I used to come to Crimea. Um, um, I would say not not hugely like big amount of. We didn't take vacations often when I was a kid, but I would say every other year. Huge part of my life was Crimea because my dad had and still has family in Crimea, and it's got like tons of good beaches. So right now Russia has Sochi coast. I call it Sochi coast and Crimea coast, and that's pretty much it. And when Russia was enjoying rich years, the golden years, as I call it, from 2000, no, 2001 to 2014, Russians loved to go abroad to warm seas, nice beaches, and you name any country with great sea and great beaches, and this is where Russians went. Number one, of course, was Turkey. Fantastic beaches, fantastic Mediterranean, warm sea, you know, just one of the best places I've seen in my life. Um, every year, in the rich years, around 8 million Russians would travel to Turkey to vacate. 8 million. Think Antalya is the holiday region, the south of Turkey. Had road signs in Russian. There's so many Russians. All the vendors, street vendors at all the shops, they spoke Russian. It was crazy. Ukrainians came as much as Russians. There was not really a difference between Russians and Ukrainians back then. We all spoke same language. We understood each other. We got along fantastically well. So Turkey was destination number one. Thailand, probably destination number two. Greece and European countries, very popular. Spain, very popular. Um, France, not so popular for the beaches, but vacation destination, very popular. Well, you get the idea. Russians had tons of money to spend, and they would travel anywhere, as far as the Caribbean, the Maldives, the Seychelles. You could find Russian tourists everywhere. Everything's changed. It started changing in 2014. You know, basically, Russians started having less and less money, and vacations abroad, became less and less affordable. And the peak of that is this year because what I have seen so far is pretty unbelievable for Russia. Usually, if you'd go to the Russian south, and I'm talking about the Sochi coast, from Golubitskaya to, Adler, Sochi itself, um, and Crimea for the same, it's kind of the same thing, you would rarely see expensive cars. Very rarely. Cars like Porsches, expensive BMWs, brand new BMWs, Mercedeses, um, Cadillacs. You just name like any expensive, real expensive car, you would not see it in the Sochi coast, in the Russian south, because people who could afford very expensive cars, they usually did not travel all the way through whatever region of Russia they live, all the way to the south of Russia. From Moscow to Sochi, it takes about 20 hours of pure driving time. And let me tell you, it's exhausting. Even if you drive by yourself, I've done that quite a few times. You know, 20-hour drive, you can't drive straight for 20 hours. You gotta take breaks. And if you take breaks, couple breaks, then you basically spend almost 2 hours of traveling from Moscow to Sochi. And if you live even far from Moscow, Russia is a huge country, then that's just an incredible amount of your time taken off your vacation, okay? And that's just as physically difficult. If you have kids, oh my gosh, forget it. Nevertheless, there were tons of cars in Sochi coast and in Crimea every single year because one simple reason. A lot of Russians cannot afford flying. Like expensive car owners, they have enough money to afford at least Turkey. Okay, it was really easy. You would just go to the closest airport. You would hop on the plane, hop off in Antalya. You'd be transferred 1 or 2 hours, and you are in your all-inclusive hotel, having a good time for a week. Why drive? For so long to get questionable service. Unfortunately, Russian South is very, very known for questionable service. People who couldn't afford flying outside of Russia and paying a lot for a good vacation, they would usually drive down and just have a cheap vacation, okay? They would, usually with kids, they would just bring the kids to the seaside, to the beaches, to the sea, and that's it. Well, this year is very different. I have seen tons of expensive cars. And in Sochi is a very large city and it's home of 2014 Olympics. And it's usually home of very rich people, quite a few of them, at least. You always can find expensive cars. But I'm talking about places outside of Sochi. We're not in Sochi, okay? We're driving down the Sochi coast, up and down. And we started with Golubitskaya, where there's sandy beach, and it's good for the kids. The Sea of Azov, the Black Sea, they connect. Okay, it's kind of the same thing there. Usually very, very, very budget place. Gosh, I've seen quite a few Porsches. Unbelievable, okay? It means one thing, that people started saving money. They do not fly outside of Russia any longer. The rich people, they hop into their cars and they drive down. And I saw cars from different regions. I saw cars from quite a few from St. Petersburg. That's a 27-hour drive to the Sochi coast. Okay, I've seen cars with the regions even farther than St. Petersburg. Huge drive, and they drive down, and then they have vacation at the Russia South. A sight unseen before. Well, welcome to Russia 2022. Second thing I'd like to emphasize is there are fewer people. Oh my God. Tons and tons of people wanted to vacate in the Russia South. Now, I cannot tell you for the Crimea coast because I don't know. I haven't seen it. But I can definitely tell you about the south of Russia, the Sochi coast. I've heard the rumors, I've heard the information. I called my friends, quite a few friends and family members are still in Crimea. I called them, and very same situation from their words. This holiday season is busted because there are so few people compared to the other seasons. Sochi is completely packed with tourists for one single reason. There is very little supply and there's a huge demand. Sochi is the only airport in the south of Russia by the sea that's open right now. All other airports have been closed. You know, Gelendzhik, Krasnodar, Rostov, airports, due to the special military operation, please forgive me for calling it this that way, that they closed, okay? Sochi is open. So everyone and their brother is trying to make it to Sochi, okay? Sochi is packed, overflowing with people, packed, and so much more expensive than the previous years. But hey, supply and demand. If you go outside of Sochi, the more up north you go, up the coast, the fewer people, because those regions are not accessible by people who fly in with no cars, just the ones who drive. And the general situation is this. Before, if I wanted to book a room in one of the hotels, I'd have to make a reservation well in advance. Right now, we're not making any advance reservations. We just, drive. Before I drive, I usually find a place on internet. I call up, and the vacancy is about 50%. Half of the rooms are empty. Now, this is late July. This is Russia, okay? It's unbelievably unusual. That is my explanation. I've stayed in a few hotels so far, and I talked to small business owners, hotel owners, all the time. I used to manage hotels in the United States, and I used to manage the largest hotel resort in Russia. So this is kind of my trade, one of my trades, my first trade and my first love, so to speak. And I always make friends with small hotel owners. They're dismayed. They're saying this year they haven't seen anything like this. I understand why. It's not a surprise. I've been telling you about the economic tsunami coming, and this is one of the signs of this economic tsunami. A lot of people have lost their jobs or on the brink of losing their jobs, and there is no certainty of economic future in the country, at least for the next year or a couple years. And you know, vacation, although awaited by most Russians, it's not a necessity. Okay, if there's a choice between vacating or paying mortgage for a few months, or paying your credit card for a few months and making payments, this choice that people make is obvious, okay? And it's proven by the amount of people who are vacating right now. Used to be traffic jams everywhere. Well, guess what? Not any longer. Used to be no vacancy signs. Well, guess what? Not any longer. Okay. Um, it's on one side it's sad, but on the other hand, I understand it completely. It just proves the points that I've been making. Okay. The third thing I'd like to emphasize is overall mood of people. That is very subjective. Okay. I cannot prove that with numbers, with figures and so forth. Very subjective thing, but usually when we would go on vacation. And by the way, this is one of the like not too many times me and my family we go on vacation to the Russian south. Okay, we usually fly out because we always did well financially, and we could afford flying to Turkey, to Greece, to Spain. Well, this year is different. Okay, so this is a revelation for me in some ways to vacate here in the south of Russia. And even though we have gone a few times in the past, and every time I saw happy faces. Vacation is like Disney World. Okay, if you go to Disney World, you do not see sour faces. Everyone is happy. Well, Russia South, the Black Sea coast, the Sochi coast, and Crimea for that matter, is like Disney World for the Russians. They're usually happy. There are no sour faces. They go to the beaches, they go to swim in the sea, they drink, they eat, they're happy. Like no one fights usually, just happy people, the sea of happy people. Guess what? Not this year. I've seen quite a few people who are concerned. I've seen people who are not happy. They don't show that they're enjoying too much. Kids, oh my gosh, kids are happy. Kids are kids. They're absolutely same. They're just having a great time, but not the parents. Um, it's like, like you, the best way for me to show you would be like this. When you speak to a person and the person is happy and the person is optimistic and everything is fine, and the person is sitting like this, okay, with the shoulders up. And then when you sit right next to a person who's down, who's not too happy, depressed, I don't know, like just not happy, the person usually sits like this and doesn't look up, like. And then a person projects with all that demeanor, like something is not usual, something is not right. And this is what I've seen in many people. Again, this is not a surprise for me because I've seen that before we came to vacate. It's just I hadn't I didn't think it would be the same thing on vacation, but hey, vacation is the continuation of a regular life, and a lot of Russians not happy on vacations this year. The fourth the fourth thing I'd like to emphasize is the prices. Usually, well, the prices in the Russian South for vacationing, like I said, they cannot be compared to the prices to like packaged vacations in Turkey or Greece, so forth. For one simple reason, airfare costs a lot, visas cost a lot, and they're usually more expensive. Okay. For example, last year prices. We went to Turkey for vacation. I paid, I would say, 190,000 rubles for family of five. And we went to a very regular, not too fancy Turkish hotel. If instead of flying to Turkey, we would opt for vacating in Russia, we would probably spend twice as little, or perhaps if we were on really budget, tight budget, then probably three times lower than that, from 60, 70,000 rubles to 100,000 rubles. That just to show you the price difference. And that's why a lot of Russians who don't make much money, but they have cars, they just hop onto the cars and they drive down to the Russia South. Well, this year the prices are lower than usual. The hotels, they are not being, we call it to be rude in pricing. To be rude meaning to dictate your price. Hotels do not dictate their prices this year. You can negotiate, you can bring the price down. Street food, very cheap. Couple years ago, we went to Crimea for vacation. I had videos about that. I probably would think twice these days if I was, 2 years ago, if it was me 2 years younger, I would think twice. But hey, it happened. Prices for street food, like cafes, street cafes, are on the same level or perhaps sometimes even cheaper here in the south of Russia, in the Sochi coast, than they were in Crimea 2 years ago, which is kind of unheard of. Hotels, same thing. Not too expensive. Definitely on budget, and this year we are on budget. We didn't fly anywhere because I can't say we're pinching pennies, but I'm definitely future conscious. Okay. Vacation is not costing as much this year. And again, this is supply and demand. It just proves the points that there are fewer people vacating. Therefore, the business is trying to maximize the profits by bringing whatever people made to the areas to vacate. They're trying to lure them in by lowering prices. So this year, Russia South is, I would say, budget. If I'm not talking about Sochi region, the city of Sochi and the surroundings, hugely expensive because again, the airport in Sochi is operational. Okay, and then everyone who can afford Sochi, they're just, instead of driving down there, they're just flying. But the price is through the roof there, unbelievable. Other places in the Sochi coasts are not that expensive at all. I would like to tell you a little more about my family and how we have been doing. Like I said, we are on budget. I'm not saying that we cannot afford a more expensive vacation, but I priced the same hotel that last year I paid 190,000 rubles for in Turkey. Again, it's far from the, you know, most expensive hotel. Guess what? That hotel is 610,000 rubles. They more than tripled in price because the Russian planes cannot fly. There are so many people they want to fly to Turkey, but the traffic cannot be handled by the Turkish airlines themselves. In the Russians, the majority of the planes in the time before February 24th were Russian airlines. They were just 20, 30, 50 flights per day from Moscow, from St. Petersburg to Turkey. Just every 15 minutes, they cannot fly to Turkey any longer. So the very few planes flying, mostly foreign Turkish airlines, and therefore the prices of airfare are just unreal. So for a cheap hotel to pay over $10,000 is absolutely crazy. Okay, so we decided to tough it up a little bit and just bring the kids to the sea, but that's Russia South, not a foreign land somewhere. The sea has been okay. The food has been, decent, okay. Hotels, cheap, not very expensive. The service was, some places we've stayed in 2 hotels so far. Okay, okay. we gave it a thought, a very long thought with Natasha, whether we can or, well, we should or shouldn't go to vacate this year due to this craziness that has happened in Russia and this military conflict with Ukraine. Um, Not easy decision, let me tell you. At the end, we decided to go for two simple reasons. And I'm not making excuses here, I'm just trying to explain um, our thinking behind it. First, we wanted to bring kids to the sea. Dasha has been asking to go to the mountains for a long time, the couple like hiking trips and so forth. And Michael, he loves the sea. He finally learned how to swim this year. So that was huge, huge part of the decision to bring the kids to enjoy life as if nothing happened for them. And most kids are just like Michael and Dasha. Oля didn't come with us because she doesn't find vacations with us enjoyable any longer. Instead of coming with us, she went to St. Petersburg with her girlfriends, which is 19-year-olds, understandable. So it's just us, four of us, Michael and Dasha, and kids are having a ball. And all kids around them, same age, they're also having a ball, as usual, as nothing happened. In kids' world, nothing happened here in Russia. Um, in adults world, you can see this um, heaviness. In Russia, we say you can take a knife and cut air like if it was butter. Okay, the air so heavy. That's how adults are this year. And the second reason why we went was I wanted to unplug, just completely take my mind off things because honestly, I'm going a little crazy. All that pressure and just it's tough. Is the idea successful? Not really, because I cannot take my mind off things. I do not stream. I haven't streamed in a few days. Yes, that's true. It's strange because I'm so used to streaming every single night. Is it a rest for me that I don't stream? Not really, okay? Because streaming itself, the process is so streamlined, no pun intended, that it doesn't tire me any longer streaming itself. But everything else is. Like the topics, the messages, they go through me and then they make me feel really heavy. Um, but guess what? I cannot get rid of the thoughts if I don't stream. I still have those thoughts. I still look around. I still look at people on vacations around me, and I still close my eyes and I imagine what could have happened to them. Okay, and then just it's not helping much. I can't unplug for some reason. Relaxing a little bit, but just not much. So the two reasons, personal reasons why we have gone on vacation was our kids and trying to unplug. We're gonna stay here we're not staying in one place. We're traveling, driving up and down the coast, Sochi coast, different places, the seaside. Then there are huge mountains hiking. Right now we're in the mountains in a mountainous village. About a week longer, and then we're coming back to Rostov, and then usual schedule after that. To sum up, my message today is vacation in Russia in 2022 is nothing like it was before. The special military operation, again, forgive me for saying that, has changed everything. And vacations is a huge change, okay? Um, we'll see. We'll see what happens next. This has been my message. Thank you so much. As usual, I'd like to turn on the comments. Would like to hear your comments. Would like to hear your messages. I miss them. I really miss the streams. I um, I miss having communication with the usual suspects, with you. I miss reading the comments. I don't know. It's uplifting. It's really strange. How do I explain that? It's uplifting. It's motivational. When I hear good messages, good words from so many people, that just keeps me going. Hang on. Trying to open the chat in a separate window. Bruce is number one today. Howdy, howdy. I saw your message in, was it the sponsorship section? Thank you so much. Reese Gray is number two. That's close. Mommy, Ramekas, Michael, Kyle, Toro 8 Star, May Reg. I know Lorna is here. Harry Potman, Bob S, Mr. E30, Jess Terry, Klaus Seidler, Steven, gosh, Frank in Texas, the usual suspects. Thank you so much for tuning in. And this is so great to see you. It's really, I don't know how to explain this feeling. It's like missing people, and all of a sudden you come back to, I don't know, you come back home or something, and then you see everyone and you're like, wow, it's great to see everyone. This is how I'm feeling right now. Thank you so much. Donna, this first super chat from Reese Gray, and a message as usual. Hello from Canada, Mr. Popular. I missed pretty much your whole message because I was at a meeting, but don't worry, I'll watch it later tonight. Anyway, just wanted to send my support to you. Thank you so much, Reese. Thank you. I saw your messages in was it Patreon or sponsorship, and thank you so much. Donna, to negotiate your hotel rates, now that's an unfamiliar concept. Meanwhile, here in the USA, everything vacation or otherwise has only gone up and up. Donna, thank you so much for the super chat. And it's not so much that I negotiated prices, but when I ask for discount and with firmness in my voice that if they don't give me discount, then, I might look somewhere else. And I know I can do that well, I mean it. they get the feeling. They give me discount. That's what I call negotiation. It was pretty incredible. You can find, fantastic deals. But you know what, Donna? I'm not really happy about that. I would rather be paying premium if there's so many Russians would vacate and come, and every single person and his or her brother would come here. I would rather see that. I would rather see people paying premium, people like, having fun, people being happy here. I don't like to see what I'm seeing around me right now. This just not good. RW, thank you so much for that's quite considerable. That's huge. Thank you. I get so much more done when you're on vacation. Oh, that's funny. I wonder why. Is it the uplifting which is strange, or the usual suspects who are strange? Oh, it's funny. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming back, and it's really a pleasure and an honor. Look, there's something going on. I activated this thing called Nightbot, and it's deleting messages left and right. What the heck? I'm sorry about that. Um, I hope it's not blocking people. You know what? Something's going wrong. Let me fix that real quick. Hang on. No, must be better right now. I'll fix this after the stream, but gosh, it was deleting messages for no reason. I must have messed up with the settings. Ariana Huol, Konstantin, I'm sending you healing thoughts to you and your loved ones. Thank you so much. Message was deleted, but I read it. Gosh. Ludmila, thank you so much. There's a 200 year super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Always great to hear your economic insight. I sent you a Patreon message with a link to Yale research paper describing what is really going with the Russian economy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will definitely get my hands on that. Describes pretty much what you have been sharing with us all along. Enjoy vacation and keep your head up. Wok, I would like to summarize. Well, thanks for the super chat. That's huge. There are a couple smaller ones that will disappear soon if I don't acknowledge them. So hang on. I'll get back to your message. I kind of see the bigger picture now, and I would like to share. £5 from Deuce LRA. I'm sorry about the. I'm bad with names. Have some more beer, and it's Deuce Ire. Deuce Ire. Okay, Latin means God of Wrath. I haven't had any beer, but I've had this. I won't show you this time, but anyway, it's homemade wine. Some red, some white. People here in the mountainous village, they actually make their own wine, and that's what I've had. We'll have a couple pints. Thank you so much. Donna, thank you very much for super chat. Harry said that bot deletes messages in all caps. Go, that figures. I ask everyone to put all caps, and then this bot thing is new. It's supposed to help the moderators a lot, and instead, so far, it's not really helping. But we will fix that. Don't worry. I've disabled the bot right now, so we're Nightbot free right now. Robert, $10. You're the man. Thank you so much. Please explain why. Don't not necessarily in the super chat, but like, what do you mean? Sylvia, €20. I do believe that it helps to maintain your sanity to feel in a circle of more or less like-minded people here. Enjoy your holiday irrespective of the challenges. Thank you so much, Sylvia. You've said it very good. I couldn't have said better myself. That helps to maintain my sanity. That's very, very true. Good message. I missed you. I missed live stream. I missed, telling you the message. There's so many messages inside of me. They're boiling. I'm boiling inside with. I wish I could do 2 live streams. One in the morning, one at night, okay? Trust me, I have messages. Wook, coming back to your message, I'm seeing, well, I've changed my mind about Russian economy a little bit. In February, in March, and in April, I thought that we were going into a very abrupt crash very soon. But that did not happen. Instead, we started going down slow. Well, not so slow, but like not like a drop off like thing, but kind of like a slow curve going down. And this is just the beginning of the curve. And I'm seeing the signs. I'm an economist by education. I'm seeing the signs everywhere, everywhere I look, where some people they might see, I don't know, a hugely expensive car in a cheap place. That's an economic sign for me. To most people, that just means nothing. Okay, these things mean a lot. I go to a pawn shop, I see overflowing with things like not necessities. For example, iPhone earbuds, iPads or whatever, iPods that they're so expensive, but they are cheap in pawn shops. That's an economic sign. Okay, I see to my business center and I see so many shops closed. That's an economic sign. So overall, it's going down. Andrew Webb, thank you so much. Upsetting watching that Finn guy explain Ruskies when weren't highly thought of in Finland. Big man, they should watch your stream. You'd win them over. Uh, Andrew, thank you so much. That was a very controversial video. I feel like I have done a bad favor. I did a bad favor to Igor, the Finnish guy, because what I tried to do is venture into journalism unwanted, unwillingly. Okay, I didn't know what I was getting into, but when I was interviewing him, asking questions, that's journalism. That's not sending you like my personal opinions of something, messages and stuff like that. That's completely different ball game. And that's something I cannot do well. This is the first time, basically. And the way I handled myself, the way I asked questions was not informative enough. It wasn't structured enough. Therefore, I kind of pushed him into some strange directions, and that's my fault, okay? What I want to do is redo the interview, but now I want to learn from my mistakes, and I want to, do the interview real nice, very straight questions, so he would answer me straight. He would not present an ambiguous opinion, things like that. So, thanks for the message. I'll try not to fix it, but I'll try to make it better so people would understand his point of view better. Okay. Once I'm back after the vacation, we already talked with Igor about that, and we'll do that. So please keep on tuning in. And I would also like to bring a person who was born and raised in Finland, a Finnish, I don't know, perhaps. Harry, are you up for an interview? My mod, let me know. But to kind of give people an alternative point of view so they can see what is happening. Thank you so much, Robert, for your message. Your integrity is exemplary in these difficult times. Thank you. Thank you so much. Devon, Russia doesn't appear to be tourist on the bucket list hotspot right now. I love the live streams because of your different perspectives. Stay strong. Devon, you're absolutely right. We don't have any foreign tourists whatsoever now, and then that's obvious. Why would we? No, not even Chinese. Okay, that's it. Russia is foreign tourist free, and the domestic tourism, mostly kids. The families that I'm seeing around us, mostly kids. People, parents just like me and Natasha, they care for the kids. They bring kids for vacation. I have a feeling, okay, that's very, very subjective, that if it wasn't for the kids, many people who are here around us right now wouldn't have come. Okay. There's a $99 super chat from William Best. Can Americans visit Russia? Can we get visas? Are the borders open for Americans? William, thank you so much. First of all, that's a huge help. Very much needed and very appreciated. Americans can visit Russia. As far as I know, no problem. I actually wanted my kids from Maine come and visit me for the entire summer. This year we were planning around New Year with my oldest daughter. She is 24, turning 24 soon, in a couple of weeks. We had big plans, okay? Everything's changed. No kids over here. But as far as I understand, and as far as I know, Americans can visit Russia no problem. As a matter of fact, there were a couple people in this chat previously saying that they were just about to visit Russia. Americans can get visas. I assume that's going to be more difficult process than before, because America has made it so difficult for Russians to obtain visas, and usually it's reciprocity method. If America does something, Russia usually follows, and vice versa. Okay, borders are definitely open for Americans. If you have a Russian visa, you definitely can come. There is no prejudice against Americans. There's no aggression. Americans are welcome on the streets, anywhere. You know, same as usual. I would say so. If you're thinking, if you're planning on coming, if you can obtain visa, just please come and enjoy Russia. Right now, this summer would probably the best time to enjoy Moscow, and this would be the last summer because Moscow is so perfectly clean, neat, fantastic looking. So much money has been spent on maintenance of everything, new metro lines, and this is the last year because there are going to be huge budget cuts in the future. Oh, my bet is in a couple, 3 years from now, you will not recognize Russia and Moscow. From this perfect, picture perfect city, it's going to turn into something less picture perfect, much less, due to lack of funding, lack of money. Again, my friend, thank you so much for such a generous super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate that. There's a $5 message, $5 super chat from Amir. By the way, it doesn't really matter how much you send to me. All super chats are equally valued and equally appreciated. Thank you so much. It doesn't matter if it's like $1 or $50 or $100. Thank you. I really value every single one. So thank you so much again. Amir, heard on the radio someone saying Russia is isolating itself. Never mind sanctions. Where I've heard that before. Yeah, you must have heard it on some YouTube channel of a crazy Russian guy, Russia is isolating itself by the actions and by the laws. At first it was just the actions, and now they want isolation. They don't want Russians to look outside to see and like what's happening in Russia. The long-term plan is for isolating Russia, installing Iron Curtain for the Russians, and Iron Curtain from the West is being installed outside. So they will have two Iron Curtains. It's like twice as bad as it was in the USSR. There was just one Iron Curtain, and there will be two. By the Russian government on the inside of Russia, and by the foreign governments on the outside of Russia. Perhaps not just governments, perhaps by the people. Okay, so thank you. The message heard. Thank you so much. We are going into the end of stream. Mods, 10 more minutes. If you can, please let me know. So good to hear from you. Glad you could take some time off. Bruce and everyone who's a sponsor or patron, I made a short video. We did lots of hiking today. Went up, climbed up a mountain, and well, hiked up a mountain, not climbed. And I made a video, and I'm going to make a nothing special, but like a quick movie about our hike and make it available to patrons and sponsors as my sign of appreciation of supporting me through sponsorship and through Patreon. So keep on tuning in. Hopefully tomorrow morning I will upload it and make it available. So thank you very much. Really great to see and hear from you, Bruce. Mods, would you please let me know if I missed any chats? J Loco, I'm sorry, the Nightbot deleted the message. See if I can. There's nothing I can do about that. Jay, I'm sorry about that again. I messed up. This Nightbot started going crazy on everyone. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the message. I don't know, but I suppose it was nice. Thank you. Good question from Kathy D. That the Nightbot deleted. What do you think about dropping out of the International Space Stations? Kathy, I think it's a shame. I think one of the best things that happened after the USSR collapsed, and we all thought, like, wow, we're going to have a great future. We're part of an international community. Bada bang, bada boom, Russia and the United States come up with this fantastic project, International Space Station. And now we think, wow, this is it. This is it. We're gonna do so many great things together. 25 years later, Russia is exiting this project. I mean, it's a shame. That's what I think. Oh yeah. Yeah, Lorna, you put Nightbot to remove all caps. I didn't do that. That was a default setting. That's what it was. F and Nurse, F Nurse. My friend Alex drove from Barnaul to Sochi with the kids. Oh my god. How many weeks did he drive? J Loco. Yes, USA is going up. It's crazy, but I can't imagine what he's going through. Thank you so much, Jay. Thanks for the message. Babs56, the Nightbot. I'm gonna read all deleted the messages that the Nightbot deleted. That's not fair to you. Babs56, vacation with family is time needed. Thank you so much. Exactly what I thought. Bob Brennan, best wishes. $20. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bob. Money is appreciated, but the message is priceless. Thank you very much for the wishes. Georgia Family Dogtails. Hi from Cheryl in Georgia, USA. Good to see you on vacation. Enjoy your family time. Smile and prayers. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cheryl. Looking for more messages that the Nightbot deleted. Looks like I disabled it in time. Okay, are the trees white in Sochi? Uh, where I am, they're not because there's so it's forest basically, no white trees. But in Sochi, they might be some. But also, they have very different kind of trees, very different vegetation because it's a subtropical climate. It's very different from the rest of Russia. It's very humid. Um, next time in Sochi, I don't really like that city much. But next time in Sochi, I will check. Lorna Mommy, I didn't really see the Bob. Harry, I didn't see Bob today. Harry, I didn't really get your answer about 10 extra minutes. Amir, who's this mythical Nightbot? that's it's a little program, an algorithm that you were testing to help the mods. It automates lots of things. Okay, that hasn't done a good job today. Richard Barris, $10. What is the price of gasoline? Is it trending up or down? Enjoy your vacation. Richard, thank you so much for the support. Thank you, appreciate it. Much appreciated. You are asking me this question. I can assume two things from your question. You're not Russian, and you did not live in Russia for extended periods of time. Because if you were Russian, you would know that gasoline in Russia never, ever, ever goes down. Ever. No, forget it. Not once. Never. It only goes up. This works like this. Gasoline is always crawling up here for the past, I don't know, 20 years. But when the price of oil is going up, gasoline is going up. Price of oil goes down, drops down, just like in 2014, let's say, right? The gasoline price kind of pauses and drops, like climbs up a little slower. Then the gasoline prices start going up, and the price of gasoline is going up again. In another cycle. And cycle, it's never goes down. The prices are up 10% at this point. I'm paying 56 rubles, 59.99 for a liter of premium gas here in the south of Russia. Pretty much same in Rostov. So up from 53, 52 on February 24th. Up. Thank you very much for your message. Trying to enjoy my vacation as much as I can. Another thing I'll tell you just in a couple seconds is how many people like hating my messages. It's crazy. Brianna B, welcome and great to see you. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, such as things are. Time with the family is important. Brianna, very nice to see you, and thank you for the message. Thanks for the support. Allison Moyers, sending all your love from Parrish, Florida. Thank you, Allison. Thank you very much. Likewise, sending love from Russia, south of Russia, to you, to Florida. I posted a few pictures of us having breakfast this morning. It was a really nice experience. We woke up and we were going to go on a hike and decided to stop by. This village is 25 houses. Okay, it's tiny, and there are 3 hotels. There's one restaurant in one of the hotels, and people are sent to that restaurant from all over. If you want to eat, you call up and they deliver you food in like 40 minutes. Someone actually picks up food and brings it over, knocks on your door because it's not too far. And we decided to stop and see that hotel in this fantastic place, great views, and the breakfast was magnificent. There's nothing fancy about breakfast. Um, there was nothing fancy in terms of it's like aged, um, what you call an aged furniture. It's rugged, but the people make everything themselves, and they allowed me to film in the kitchen, and I did, and I'm gonna show it in the movie for patrons and sponsors only tomorrow. And it was just a fantastic place. There's an old beat up table under a huge walnut tree, and great mountain views. And I made took a few pictures, and I said, well, that'd be nice to make a community post, and I did, and you can see the community post. And oh my god, you should see the messages under that community post. How could I do that? How can I enjoy something while things are happening in Ukraine? What about the Ukrainians who can't have food on their tables and stuff like that? It's just incredible. And you know what? I don't know what to say. I mean, I think I'm doing more than like 99.9 Russians out there. And people yet hate my messages. They hate my videos. They hate my community posts. They send bad vibes and stuff like that. It's just crazy. I will not quit doing what I'm doing, but it's just so great to receive good messages. Like, well, I go into live stream chat and I receive, forget about super chat, just so many regular messages that are great, Super chats are fantastic also, but it's just like the money, it's the messages that are priceless. And then I go to the comments under my posts and I get like bucket of iced water over me. That's crazy. American Girl as a new sponsor. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to Inside Russia. Keep on tuning in. Tomorrow you will see some exclusive footage. Please forgive everyone. I'm just trying to show my appreciation for people who sponsor and sign up for Patreon and the sponsorship program. There's so many people, and they've been doing it for a few months now. So this is just again my way of appreciation. I'll quickly scan for if perhaps I missed super chats. Yep, there's one from Michael Milkovitz. Michael, thank you so much. Again, I saw your messages, in I think it was the sponsor section or Patreon, or perhaps it was today under the community post. Thank you so much. Great to see you, and thanks for your support. Amir, Nightboat is the name of my next band. that's that's pretty cool. There you go. I missed a message from Tobias Jensen. Hello, why is it so important to Russia that the West is the bad guy? Oh, Tobias, that is a very difficult, well, it's easy question to answer, but it's a very long one. Basically, if Russian government doesn't have any enemies, then let's put it this way. It's much easier to control people when you have bad guys surrounding you, okay? It's much more difficult to control when the people get out and see that there are no really bad guys, okay? And then they come back with the questions. What the fudge? That kind of questions. That way, it's easier to keep them inside and saying, hey, there are the bad guys all over. We need to be strong. We need to prevail. We need to be united. We need, and that basically that's the answer. So far, I'm not seeing any. Not seeing any more missed messages, super chats. So far, so good. Okay, plus 15 minutes. Emra Makers. Yes, I know. I'm excited to come back, to be back, not to come back. I never left, but just to stream again. That's it. Let's wrap it up. As for the plans, most likely there will be no stream tomorrow, and there will be no stream day after tomorrow. The thing is, we rented a cottage, very good internet. I'm not buffering or anything like that. And there are 2 bedrooms in one huge living room, and I'm not really in the way of my girls and a little boy sleeping, if you know what I mean. I don't disturb them right now. I'm not disturbing them right now. But tomorrow we rent 2 hotel rooms. One for Dasha and then one for Dasha and Michael and for me and Natasha. So it's just I can't stream from anywhere. And 11 p.m. is kind of too late to stream from the outside, and internet's not that great. Mobile internet, forget it. There are too many people on like here in the mountains, mobile internet is bad because signal is not that great. But if we go down to more congested places, the signal is much better, but more people online at the same time, that's also not good. So there will be no streams for 2 or 3 days, and then I'll try to make another stream in a few days. So I will see you soon, and I would like to invite everyone to prayer because I always finish my streams with prayers. If you're not new here, if you're a usual suspect, you know that well. And if you're new, then I'm asking you asking you to pray with us. Thank you. Hang on, let me. My papers are a little messed up because I was on the go. There's a $5 super chat. What the fudge, Mr. K. Jeffrey, hi. Great to see you. Thanks for the super chat. Oh, there you go. This was at the right page. Shall we? There is no, I usually have an icon above me, a large one, and I pray. I look up, but there's nothing, but that doesn't really matter. Dear God, thank you so much for giving us a wonderful day. Thank you for giving us food on our tables and roofs over our heads. Thank you for surrounding us with people who we care and love and who care and love us. Please help our children, keep them safe, and keep them healthy, because they are stars that guide us in our lives. Please help to stop the bloodshed in Ukraine. Please hear us, hear our prayer, help the Ukrainians, help everyone who is in Ukraine right now. Ukrainian people, regular people, Ukrainian soldiers and Russian soldiers. Stop the bloodshed. Make things happen so not one single drop of blood is shed anymore. Reach out and touch the hearts of people who are responsible for making decisions. Fill them with love, mercy, forgiveness, remorse. Make them softer so they make the right decision. I'm asking you to reach out and touch the hearts of Russian President Vladimir Putin and American President Joe Biden and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. Please fill them with love, mercy, forgiveness. Give them forgiveness. Give them the feeling of forgiveness so they can forgive. Please fill them with remorse, mercy, so they negotiate and they make the right decision to stop this bloodshed. Send angels to every single person who's been affected in Ukraine. Give them strength, give them help, support, hear their prayers, answer their prayers, and make their wishes come true. Anything they're asking you, please make that come true. I'm also asking for pregnant women who are making decision as I am speaking right now and as we are praying, making decision whether to keep the baby or not. Reach out every single woman and talk to her and talk to all of them so they make the right decision. Also, I'm asking for people who have been displaced and they have been forced to run for their lives and leave their countries. Please send good people on their way. Thank you for bringing us all together here in this live stream chat and this community. This is not a virtual community anymore, it's a real one. Thank you so much for making it happen. Please help everyone who is praying along with me or watching us pray. Answer their prayers, everyone's prayers, and make everyone's wish come true. Please help my country, Russia, by sending an army of your strongest angels with sharpest swords, led by Saint Michael, to get rid of the demons that have hijacked my country and have angels help run my country and make it shine and make it righteous. I would like to mention a few people who need your help. Please answer their prayers and make their wishes come true. They are Nine Veka, Elena, Natasha, Jake, Michael, Oля, Dasha, Sky, Bonnie and Igor, Buzz, Anne Mary, Jean-Paul, Paula, Janine, Michael, Marlene, Narnian Lady, Susan S., Sabrina, Susan, Fiona, Freddie, Stephen, Ellen, Madeline, Martin, Priscilla, Michelin, Allison and Dave Moyers. I found Waldo, Liz, Deborah, Donald, who always prays for himself, always asks for himself and for his country, the United States of America, Ariana, Liz, Bruce, Kayleen, Michael, Thomas, Tony, Bob, Jessica, Harry, Minutes to Midnight. I would like to specifically ask for 3 children who really need your help and their families need your help. They are Maverick, Sebastian, and Britzel Andrews. They need you to show your miracle, to show you shine and their families need miracles as well. The kids need to go back home and be with their families healthy. Please do that. Thank you so much. Jesus, amen. My friends, thank you very much for coming and joining today. It was really, really good um, to see you all. Thank you. I will see you in 3 or 4 or perhaps 5, hopefully in 3 days. Thank you. You are awesome and you rock. Have a good night or have a good day.